Oh, if you only knew what happened in them 3 minutes while you were boiling the kettle. Good evening, one. Good evening, all. How are we all? As one day special finishes, another one is about to begin. And what a one day special we have got. We are still in festive freedom. What a day you've had. This price will also go down for free at £35.99. But before we get to all that down there, Hayley's here. How are you, my love?
I'm fine now. Nothing else can possibly go wrong now.
What a day. Oh.
I have had the day. But it's all right.
We found it.
Yeah!
We're going to have to do this, like, then we can stand behind the... Come on in, Matt. Come on.
Come on in, Matt.
Come on. Hayley needs a step, you see, because we can't see Hayley behind the box itself.
This is the issue.
This is what we were laughing at. Yes! Now
we're talking! Yeah!
So, what we've got here is Craft Yourself Silly, MDF. Now, there is so much on this show.
So,
go on.
I'm going to start here. I'm going to start at the beginning, because we have made fabric storage. We have made fabric craft storage, stuff that's specifically designed for sewers. So, you have lots of bobbin trays designed for your big kind of marathon thread style cops. You get 3 of those. Other things fit in too, but it's fine. You've got 3 of them, steady. 3 of the ones that fit your standard bobbins. You can see them peeping out there as well. And then you've got 3 at the top there that fit your smaller bobbins as well. So things like your Guttermans and your Metler threads as well. Now you can use them for other things. Because if I pull that one out there...
Your little feet.
That one, I'm just see if I can get it. There you go, that one's full of the machine feet. So you can absolutely store anything you wish in. You've got a bit that pulls out there to store scissors, pens, crochet hooks, all sorts of bits. That drawer shouldn't be in actually. I put an extra one. Oh. You're getting 3 drawers in yours, that one shouldn't be in. That's naughty of me. But the spaces that are left are kind of perfectly sized for fat quarters. Oh, nice. So we've measured everything with soft craft in mind. And then you've got another section here for your quilting rulers and things like, you know, we've got to have jelly monsters on the other day, and they're all kind of funny shapes. They will hold any of your rulers and things as well. And then the last set is another set of those drawers which fit all sorts of things. So that one's got all the Stittionaries in.
You can get an awful lot in here.
You can.
An awful lot.
And then the other 2 are full of fabric and fat quarters.
Perfect sizes for your fat quarters that you're putting in there and all your fabric. So in theory, you could have you'd have this on the desk in front of you, and you've got everything to hand.
It's about a 15 centimetre depth, so it's great for kind of against a wall or keeping everything out of the way. It's quite big. It's a bit of a monster though, kind of height and depth, and all of the bits are next to me here. And there is a total of just over 5 kilograms of MDF in there.
So that's 5 kilograms for £35.99. If you're a Freedom member, that is a delivered price to your door.
Yes,
that's a ridiculous amount.
What they've very cleverly done on quite a few of the bits is they've actually etched the numbers in.
Oh,
so when you get the instructions, the bits are numbered, just goes straight together.
And is it easy to put together?
Yes, a bit of wood glue, so something like just a PVA.
Okay.
Would be absolutely fine, and it will all go together with that.
So the amount of, and it takes an awful long time to make one of these, doesn't it, as well?
It takes us an hour and a half to cut each of these.
So each individual one is an hour and a half just to be cut out of the MDF yourself. So remember, you've got all the storage that you need here for £35.99. 798878 is your item number. I'm going to tell you now, though, I know there's not many of them, because each one is hand cut. There is not many of them at all.
It takes a while.
It takes a while. So if you want one, I would get it out. I wouldn't hang around for more or less any of these if I was you this evening. If you want it, I would get them. And it's also guaranteed before Christmas as well.
Yes, we are going to get them all out before Christmas.
A perfect Christmas gift for any sewer. Right, and we're moving on though. I love this next one. Very busy. Oh, do you have to move your own step? Oh, we should put it on wheels.
Unless you're going to move it for me.
I'll move it for you, bless you. This already... Nearly 20% of the stock has already gone. So we're now talking about your zip storage box. It's so nice.
It's so funny. Now, I must admit, I did forget the screws for this because it does have kind of hinged lids on, so they do open. All you need to do is pull the zipper to pull the leading edge open. And
Look at that. So anyone that you know is into your dressmaking, even if you had it down flat, if you wanted to as well, and you could open it. So you could open it either way.
It should be flat like that, and then you use that leading edge that's got the zip on to open it up.
Absolutely stunning. And remember, you can throw all your mixed mediums onto this as well. £12.59 is a delivered price. Remember, we are in festive freedom.
We've designed these things for sewing kind of enthusiasts. So again, that one is designed to fit fat quarters.
Okay, so it does.
You get 2 rows side by side, and you can fill it up with fat quarters.
So it's meant with the sewer in mind as well. So you really can go to town with
all
these.
the dimensions that we've made for all of these are with sewers in mind.
So you know they're going to be good when you get them home as well, and they're very, very easy to put together. We'll show you how to assemble later on in the show as well. For your details for the zipper though, it's 634197 is your item number, £12.59. If you're not a Freedom member though, you can still purchase, and your price will be slightly more, £13.99 plus your postage and packing as well. Now this next one.
So this one has a cross-stitch lid on it, so you can again sew these yourself, so you can put your own design on the top there. We'll paint it first, but don't kind of just paint up to the edge of those.
You don't go over the
holes.
Then,
yeah, you don't want to go over the holes and fill them with paint. And then you can go ahead and stitch that in, and you've got a box which you can personalise.
I love this one. I didn't realise it was cross-stitch on the top as well. So it is cross-stitch that you were getting here. All this for £13.99. 546454 is your item number.
Fuck. Oh, maybe that was... Oh,
30% is what you're saving, and then your lid fits straight on the top as well. Absolutely perfect. £13.99 is what you're getting here. It's worth, during this hour, if I was you, I'd be... If you're already not, and I've said this a lot over this event, if you're not already a Freedom member, this once again would be the time to get, because the discounts that you are getting, £13.99. Remember, that is a delivered price to wherever you are.
Almost a why not deal.
It is almost why not? Because look at what you're saving to what you're spending. It really is a why not deal.
Well, at
£19.99. 546454 is your item number. Now.
Sorry.
You just got told off.
I did get told off.
But
well, I was falling off the edge,
she was pivoting on the edge, bless her. Now, these are something different that you don't normally see. You're getting 12 of these altogether.
So you're getting 12 of these. Now, we've called them tube turners because absolutely, if you've got fabric glue or any other mediums for your mixed media, and they're in tubes, you can put the end in there and then literally use them like an old corned beef tin.
Yeah, that's how I actually describe Katie, our producer. It's like what I use toothpaste.
Yeah? Either, but that's exactly what they're for. But we thought they'd be brilliant for using with embroidery flosses and ribbons, because you can loop them through there. So if you've got maybe you've got multiple projects ongoing at the same time, you can have them all on their own individual loop.
Beautiful.
This one has got a keyring on, and we'll explain why.
Stay tuned.
Later.
Something to do with this, just here. The little sewing machine. Will be revealed. You're getting 12 of these in total, so your embroidery threads could go over there. Your ribbons as well would be a good one to put over there as well.
If you've got leftover ribbons and things, they're just a nice way to store, other bits and pieces.
And it's something different as well that's decorative.
They do fit. We've made them so they'll fit in the one-day special as well.
So they will fit in your one-day special as well, and they're decorative and beautiful. So you can leave them out. So say you're just draping your ribbon over that old bit of dowel that you might have in your craft room.
An old bit of dowel.
Let's not go in there. It's too early for that. It's just cold outside. Now,
you've had enough in the hour before last, young man. You've got to behave yourself this time.
It wasn't me.
Oh, you're out of probation though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, hey.
So, I'm fully fledged now. 224554 is your item number. 12 turners is what you're getting. Now, the next one we're going to talk about, once again, brand new today. So it starts off with nothing in.
Okay, ready?
Then you can start filling it up with the slats that you can involve, and then...
So all of those are mini bolts. I've got the spare ones in the middle slot there. So they're mini bolts like that. So they're pre-cut bits of MDF, and they are the exact right size to fit in there. So you keep your extra ones in the middle.
Yeah, there's
and
loads
then when
in the middle
you're
as
ready
well.
to use them, you wrap the fabric around them and slide it into the slots.
And there are an awful lot, there's a lot, 32 slots in total is what you're getting. So that's 32 pieces of material.
No. You're getting 32 bolts. You can get extra bolts, and all the bolts are the same size, so whichever set of storage you go for, they'll all work with all of them. There's actually space for 64.
So, with 64, not 32, so ignore the details that are on screen.
You're getting 32 bolts with it,
but you can put 64 in them.
64 in.
So you get 32 with it, but you can fit 64 in there themselves.
And these ones here are all half metres. So that's 16 half metres. So in total, you've got 8 metres in there, 8 metres in there, 8 metres in there, 8 metres in there, 32 metres in total. Spinning.
Beauty, and it spins as well. So if you're having it on a desk, you know where all your fabric is, and you get that storage in the middle as well.
The thing with this is, if you see the fabric, you use it. And
That's
I think
true.
if it, you get some really lovely bits, and then you kind of hide it away, and then.
It is. It's worth it. It's worth its weight in gold. Plus, it's on Flexi as well, which I like about this. 2 flexible payments of £26.97, which means if you're getting this today and you pop your one-day special, and that will also split your one-day special into 2 interest-free flexible payments. 683853 is your item number. £26.97 today, or you can do a one-off payment if you want as well. We have got a separate payment, so you're £59.93, and if you're a Freedom member, £53.94 in total. Now,
Bear with.
oh, this step. So,
It's not me who says I have to have it. It's the big boss.
oh.
Because he says I look like a floating head. That's his exact
I'm not going to
words.
argue with the big boss. So, let me do the boring stuff first. 619289 is your item number. Okay, £11.69 on Freedom. But now, you can keep your threads looking beautiful. So those little key rings that we were talking about.
If you've got a tape measure that's got a little loop on it, a little hole in it, you could put them in there.
Yeah, car keys, Katie said.
Well,
there are some
I
others.
lost my keys yesterday. I spent an hour and a half looking for keys.
Well, if you would have this next to the door.
And I have a massive key-shaped thing on it.
That you can't lose it, but you lost it.
No, well, what happened was I changed cars. It went in the door pocket, slid back. I couldn't find it. Looked everywhere for hours on end. I know, that would have solved the problem.
This is what you need. There are other designs as well. Check the website out. But if you're into your sewers, £11.96, 619289 is your item number. And you get all the little hooks and eyes and loops.
Yes, you get all of the little bobbins that fit in there, and you get the 8 split rings that go with it.
Why not? I would. And then you can decorate it yourself as well.
Yes, well, I have got decorated ones somewhere which have been delivered to Hochanda, but we just haven't found them as yet. We will find them. And we'll have them in the next hour, but we haven't found them as yet.
Shimming. This one.
Yeah.
I'm loving as well, because it's not the square. So if you're thinking, well, square, I can't really fit the square in, you can also go round if you want. 64 mini bolts in this one.
This one comes with, there's a couple of different options. You can get 64, you can get 32 as well. And it's the fabric go round.
Look at this. Now look at the saving, £37.98 is what you're saving. And if you're not a Freedom member, so £44.99 is what you would spend. If you're not a Freedom member though, it's £49.99. It should be £82.97. That's
good. We
it's
tried
worth,
to be good.
You have been amazing, and it is worth becoming a Freedom member on this as well.
Now,
and it's also on Flexi.
Most of these pieces on here are half metres. This one is actually a metre of fabric. So you can get more on there. I would say 32 metres comfortably.
Okay.
You will get. If you want to push your luck, you can do that. But you can also put your fat quarters on, which is what I've got there.
Oh.
And again, or you can put them half and half fat quarters as well.
But people may recognise this one. You might say, well, I've seen that before, but this is new and improved.
It is new and improved. We've put a thicker piece of MDF on the top there, so it's a bit more sturdy for sliding things in and out.
And there you go. So you're getting 64 mini bolts in total. So you can twist them as well. So I'm thinking if you own a fabric shop, these would be amazing.
Yes, it'd be amazing for display in a fabric shop.
For displays, or if you run shows or classes, how professional would you look for all your material? Take a choice of your material. It's entirely up to you.
I mean, there is a huge, obviously, hole in the middle there. So if you do want to use that, because what I've used that for in my sewing room is when I've got scraps and bits and pieces, they all go in there.
Inside.
They all go in there, and then you can kind of
just have a little rummage every now and then to see what you've got in there. Because it is a deep old tube as well. It is a deep old tube.
You keep your spare ones, the same as the square
inside,
one. You keep your spare
so you can
ones
put all
in
them. It's worth doing. £22 and £50 on 2 interest-free flexible payments, 679,188. Remember, if that red box is open and you're going for your one-day special, which is extremely busy, you'll split that payment into 2 as well. And once I said, and I will say it again, I can tell you now, there's not many of these because of how long they take to make.
They do take a long time to make, so yes.
And sort of Hayley does want a little Christmas at the end of it.
I would like Christmas off, if nobody minds.
But depends how busy we are. So there's even more on the website. Shop ahead on the website. It's the quick and easiest place to go. You'll see you can also shop ahead on the web as well and see all the other stuff that's coming up on the shows. There's many, many things on there. Also the different sizes of the numbers of bolts that you wanted as well, because certain things have different little bolts that are in there. We've also got fabric on the show as well. So if you want a baganda, is that a word? Paganda, a gander, a goosey gander at the little fabrics that's there, and also that amazing sewing machine. Absolutely amazing. It's a sewing machine and embroidery machine. It's on an amazing price, £899.99. Is there freedom on that as well? Look at that, £809. Another. That is a why not deal right there.
Well, yeah, because you're only going to spend £7 on your less than £7 on your freedom, and you're saving another 90 quid.
You are. So there's your freedom details there. So you get unlimited standard delivery. You get discounts.
If I didn't already have one of those machines, I would buy into that.
And then you've also got that £899, and then take another night freedom, flexi. Then you've got your flexi on there. So your first flexi. So, oh my word, this is a ridiculous. And does it still stand that if you're a brand new customer, you'd also get another 20% off that? And you get another, if you've never shopped with us before, check the website. There might be another. Yes, there is. There might be another 20% off your first order. So not only will you get the flexi, put it in your basket. We're going to give it a bash, and then I'd let you know before I go any further and get myself into trouble and tell you stuff that you shouldn't be doing. Right then.
Right, I'm going to give you a job.
20% of the one-day special has already gone.
Poke those bits out for me.
Okay.
Okay. So this, what I'm putting together now is not directly part of the one-day special, but it's the same principle for all of these little bobbin trays that you've got. I'm actually going to put together one of the bigger bobbin trays.
Okay.
We've got one up the back of there. We've got a couple more over there. But it's the same principle for all of these, and we've absolutely filled this one.
This is
all sorts.
This is rammed, is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely rammed this one.
Every single one.
It's exactly the same principle. So.
I like the way as well you've thought about the different bobbin sizes as well. So you've not just gone for the bog standard large ones.
I mean, I have this exact problem because I have some of the marathon thread ones, and then I have some of the standard size, and I have some of the smaller size. And there's never been anything where you can put them all in. They're all made for one size of bobbin because they usually come from the actual manufacturers themselves, and they just do them for their size of bobbin. They don't think about everybody else.
Well, no, and that's what you want. And if you are a sewer and you're a crafter, you are going to have many different things because you go where the deals are, don't you?
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. Okay.
Right, we don't want to miss what you're doing now.
I am going to put together one of this is one of the bigger trays. The principles for the smaller trays are all exactly the same. So it's just a crisscross. It's easier to get the inside together first and then put the kind of outside together. So I like mine to all face the same way. There we go. And it's just slots, you know, like you used to put kind of kits together as a kid. Yeah. It's just slots. So, there you go. Another one. So there's nothing too complex in it. Now you can put dabs of glue on these if you want to. I haven't on the ones I've done, and they've been perfectly solid. So I've just put the glue around the edge. to hold it together.
Oh.
Oh, I want to make that go the same way. Right. There you go.
So it is really, really easy to do, so, isn't it? If you haven't got glue.
I would do is don't force them down. They are designed to kind of fit together. So if it's resisting, you need to give it a wiggle. There you go. Next one. Give them a little wiggle.
Oh, so look how easy.
So I'm not needing any tools with this. I have got a hammer and a screwdriver here, but they are mainly there for the fabric go round, really. You can do all of this without a hammer. There you go. And this is the one for the kind of standard size bobbins. And the beauty of this one is they'll fit that way. They'll fit that way.
Is it this one you're building?
It is, but they'll also fit that way as well. So you've got 3 different ways you can put them in the standard bobbin tray.
And you can now see how many bobbins you can actually get in there as well. There is an awful lot of bobbins. The details are coming in for the tray now. Very busy across the board. 333412 is your item number. 48 threads you can get in total. I also like the way you can have them different ways as well, so it's entirely up to you. I'd have to have them all the same way, but...
I quite like them different ways. What inspired me to do these are the old kind of printers trays.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what they used to have for all the little letters.
That's true.
I'd love to have one to put all the bobbins in, but then all the bobbins didn't quite fit because all the gaps were different sizes. But this way, they're all exactly the right size for all of your bobbins.
True. You could have now, the sewing machine that we were just talking about before I got myself into trouble, we'd give it a go. So I'm going to talk you through this together. So you've got a freedom saving already of £809. Okay, so £899, so take the freedom. Obviously, we're not a Freedom member because we've just created this account. So, just to show you what we're doing. So then you enter the code HOTCHTV20, okay, because we're a brand new customer. So this is if you're a brand new customer. It has to be in capital letters as well. So this is you've never shopped with us before. Apply code. You get 20% off that Freedom price already.
So if you Freedomed first...
So if you're a Freedom member and add Freedom to our basket. So we'll add Freedom. So what would the price be with Freedom and 20% off? We'll come back. But it does work. So you're after a sewing machine and an embroidery machine. This is perfect. I mean,
it's a brilliant machine. It's the one that I use on a kind of day-to-day basis, that one. So I've got all that grid together, the grid for all the little bobbins to be separate. And then I've got that to go on the top, and I've just put a little dab of glue on all the ends. And what I would advise, because the ends there are quite thin, but they have to be because they're quite thin trays, just when you're pushing them down, just make sure you push both sides so that they slot in, so you don't put too much pressure on and snap it. Like that, there you go. And then just give it a wiggle. There you go. Little wiggle.
Oh, look at that, it really does.
It is just worth kind of having a little look at the top and just making sure it's kind of lined up right before you push it down, because if you're pushing it and it isn't lined up, it won't go anywhere, but if it is lined up, it'll just snap straight down. So then we do the opposite end, exactly the same, tiny dabs of glue, and I'm just putting them on either side of that joint.
Okay.
And that's all it's going to take to hold this together.
So we're very busy for the one day special and for this now.
This is a much bigger version of the drawers that you get within the one day special. So after we've put this one together, we'll start covering our lovely one day special.
So it's made in exactly the same principle, but just slightly bigger. Okay, on a larger scale, okay? Oh, I'm going to knock this over for you. On a larger scale, okay? So if you can make these, you can make the larger ones as well. Yes,
absolutely. The only other thing I would say is just when you put both of these ends on, make sure those little notches that are going to go into the base are facing the same way. Because if you put, I've done it, and I've put one on the wrong way. One on the wrong way around and one the right way around.
So on the ends and the side, if I show you on the sides, okay, using that one, on this, you've got these tiny, like tiny little castle turrets.
Yes.
that you've got. These little turrets all need to face the same way because these turrets are what connects to the backboard.
Yes,
so they'd all connect to the back so your bobbins don't just fall straight the way through.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Could you mount these on a wall?
Out of wool?
No, could you mount them on a wall?
Oh, yes. Yes, you can.
Why would you want to make them out of wool?
You could not make it from wool, but yes, you could put it on a wall. If you're going to wall hang it, what I would recommend is just drilling a little hole either side towards the top there and hanging it with it up and over, because if you put holes in and put it on the back, you'd lean it forward slightly and then
all tumble down.
That's correct.
And you wouldn't want that.
Nobody wants that. Oh, I'm going to need to give it a wiggle.
So,
I'll just continue. All I've got to do is put this end on and put the two sides on.
Oh, okay, so
and then you can come back to me when we stick the back on. How's that?
No, that's fine. It's only, we're just going to have, for people that have just channel hopped and you've never bought from Hochanda before, okay, but you want to, say you want a sewing machine and you want to save a bit of money. So, we have a beautiful sewing machine, a sewing and embroidering machine with a 5-year warranty for £899.99. If you're already a Freedom member, you already get 10% off this, which is £809.99. But if you've never bought from us before, we have a code. We have a 20% off code. HOTCH20, HOTCHTV20 in capital letters, and then you apply code. So once you've applied the code, put Freedom in your basket, because you want to be a Freedom member, it now goes down to £657.91.
Can I just tell you, that machine, I've seen that machine up for £1,300. So it's crazy.
And then on 3 flexes, it's £225. So if you've never bought from us before and you use that code, it will take it to £225.92.
I'm entirely sure that's cheaper than I can get them from the supplier. I might have one.
But for a sewing and embroidery machine, now that will only work if you're a brand new customer and you've never shopped with us before. So if you're already a Freedom member,
even if you're not, the £90 saving is a pretty hefty saving as a Freedom member.
Even if it's
But yeah, it's an amazing, and it's a really good machine. It's one that I use on a daily basis, it's a very, very good machine.
And if you are going to get a sewing machine, you're going to want one of these as well, because you're going to have all your threads, aren't you? So you're going to need somewhere for your threads, so then you can pop this into your basket as well. The details are on the screen for your sewing machines as well.
I'm just going to use the hammer to whack them in. There we go.
Do you not need to put anything over to protect it if you hit it with a hammer?
It's a very tiny hammer. Look, the hammer maybe looks bigger than it actually. If I give it to him, it's a tiny hammer.
It's a tiny hammer. Like a tiny little, it's like a little kid's hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did come in this morning and this afternoon and say it was a toffee hammer.
We're very busy across the board. I don't want you to miss out, and I know I keep saying it, but there's the big one that you see behind me at the moment. Oh, here we go. I have to move this again now. So your one-day special, the big old unit, they take an hour and a half each to cut. Okay, so they take an hour and a half each just to cut out in MDF. So it also means as well, our stocks are sort of limited on these as well, is what I'm trying to say, and I don't want you to miss out on these. £39.99 would be an amazing Christmas gift if you bought it for someone. You can keep so much in them. When we go back to our one over on the counter, there is so much in them. You've got a drawers. There are over 5 kgs, 5 kilograms of MDF you're sending through your door. And for Freedom, you're getting that free delivery.
Yep, absolutely. And if you had to pay for delivery on a 5 kilos of MDF, that would be pretty hefty. So the grid's all together, and then all we've got to do is attach it to the base. So all I'm going to do that is just run a little bit of glue all the way around that outside edge, not where it overlaps, where it's got those little notches cut in, just right round that very, very edge of it. So just right round kind of that very, very outer edge.
Do you know what this reminds me of as well? When my granddad used to collect thimbles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It doesn't necessarily need to be cotton. It doesn't need to be thread. It can be any kind of small ornament, any
ornament
collection
that you've got, little collections.
That you've got. I mean, I don't know. Well, I think it's probably a bit big for ATCs, but they're a bit too big for it. But yeah, anything along the lines of a collection that's smaller bits and pieces would absolutely work.
Work perfectly. If you're into your little charms, they would work nice as well. Even if you use this if you're beading, into your beadswork. You've got tiny little jewellery making. You put all your little jewels and gems in there and take it around on the tray with you. Save you carrying each individual bag if you want to. You could pop them all in. They're all in one place. If you do a lot of jewellery making, you could keep all your rings in there if you wanted to. The possibilities are endless. Just because we say it was for sewing, it doesn't necessarily have to be.
That's the purpose it was designed for, but you can use it for whatever you like.
Little papers in there. You could keep it as a little drawer, tiny little in your office. Little paper clips.
Before you stuck it together, you could, you could back that with a fabric or something, or papers or anything you like, so you can see them poking through.
Oh, yeah.
And because there's no little notches in the centre of it, you can do that quite easily as one piece. So we have designed it to be decorated as well. And if I just line that up,
or even if you're into, you've got like a tool shed. For like screws and raw plugs and your little picture hooks if you're into your picture business, because there's loads of little bits for picture making, and you get little clips that go on the back and then the tiny little nails. All would fit in here perfectly. The details on the screen are for the 48 thread tray. So this is the one we're making at the moment, £12.99.
And then I would just leave something heavy on that. Obviously make sure there's no glue on the back of it so it doesn't stick to anything, but just leave something heavy on the back of that for however long your glue says you need to, because this was a very quick setting one. That's like a 10-minute job, but if you've got one that's going to need half an hour or overnight, then that's fine. Just have that sitting on there overnight, and then you're ready to go.
You're done. Look,
you don't need to worry about the glue. This particular glue dries clear.
Oh, so you haven't even got to worry. No. £11.96 if you are a Freedom member. 333412 is your item number. If you're looking for fabric, we've got fabric on the website as well. There's a lot of fabric on the website. There is loads. There's an awful lot on there. Have a scroll through. There's organza on there if you want it to be. There's all the other designs that we have got. Everything is on the website, so you can shop. And also that amazing sewing machine is on there as well. One not to be missed. There's that sewing machine that we were talking about. It can go down to about £600. And if you're a Freedom member and you've never shopped with us before, that sewing machine can be yours today for just over £600. But you have to be a Freedom member and never shopped with us before. But I'm sure you'll find it. It's beautiful on there, absolutely stunning. But back to our one-day special now. So this is our one-day special. I'll do the boring stuff first. Your details. 798878 is your item number, and over 20% of the stock has already gone. You can fit so much into this candy. So let's start with the drawers. So you've got the two drawers for sort of your larger threads in there as well. When we go back to Hayley, she'll tell you all the names of the threads that can go in each of the drawers. So you've got two of those. Then working our way up, you've got the ones for your medium-sized threads that you've got in there. So your taller threads. And then your standard sizes all fit perfectly inside. And then working our way up, you might want to put your feet in there for your sewing machine if you wanted to. Keep them all safe and secure. And then working our way up again. Once again, you've got loads of storage in here. It is built with sewing in mind, but I'm sure you could fill this with all your bits and bobs that you've currently got on your desk. Working our way over, you've got shelving units, and then keep all your little scissors in there if you wanted to. Your little crochet hooks that are in there. It's entirely up to you. Your knitting needles can go in there as well. If you take this one out, you could put all your knitting needles in there. The world is your oyster. And then moving over again, we've also got your quilting rulers in the section to see, so you can get a lot of rulers you could fit in there. And then you have your drawers as well. Now all your drawers are built for your fat quarters. So all them fabrics that you never see because they're all stacked up. They're all stacked up in piles and piles, and you never see the bottom ones. You only ever use what's on the top because that's all you can see. That's difficult to put in without looking. And upside down back from standing behind it. But all those fat quarters that you see that's sitting in that pile, and you think, well, I'll use that one later, and you never notice they're there. And by the time you get to them, you don't know what to do with them. And it's also really thin as well. If I turn it on its side, ever so thin to keep everything compact. Everything is got its own space. You could put this at the back of a desk if you wanted to. It would fit perfectly because it has got that flush back on there as well. So it can butt up against a wall if you wanted it to. Leave it at the back of your desk. Leave it under your desk if you wanted to. But I think if you would want this on show, decorate it. Put all your efforts into this. Put all your designs on it. Make it yours. Or, for these sorts of prices, £35.99, gift it. A perfect giftable. It will be in time for Christmas as well. So if you are looking for a Christmas present, this is perfect for that perfect Christmas gift.
Thanks.
Perfect for that Christmas gift, £35.99. Up next, though, half the stock of this has already gone. So yours will come with little, like sort of little dowels, so you can open it flat. But when it opens, look at that. Now, once again, this is built for fat quarters in mind, so you will put your fat quarters in there. And obviously, we've got it standing on end so you can see the design. But obviously, you would lie it flat and have it this way to open outwards. But if I do that, you can't see what the design is. But isn't it different? Something different to sit on your work table, something different to keep your materials in. Once again, you can design on this. You can put all your mixed medias onto this. You can also make it yours. Cover it with fabric if you wanted to as well. I think these would look absolutely stunning. Once again, on your desk with all your fat quarters in, just something different. Also for storage as well, if you wanted to, you could put all your storage in there. It'd be absolutely perfect for that. And once again, it is that different design with that amazing zip design that is on the front. But very busy for this as well. 634197 is your item number. £12.59 if you're a Freedom member. Now, working our way down the counter, cross-stitch storage box. I'm going to show you the lid for this one on its own. Because this is where you can do your cross stitch, so you can put a pretty pattern in the lid if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. As you can see all the way through there, so your needles can go through. Make your cross stitches. You could even sort of use it as like a little pin cushion to keep your pins. So you just put your pins on the inside, so you know where they are with all the threads coming out if you're halfway through a job. But once the box is made, this is what the box will look like. Absolutely stunning to keep all your little threads in there if you wanted to, and then the lid goes on top. Once again, yeah, all your little odds and ends, the things you don't know what to do with, the bits of fabric, your thimbles, that you're halfway through a project, pop it in, pop the lid on. It's nice on the little mantelpiece. No one would know what was in it, would they? Absolutely stunning. £13.99 if you're a Freedom member. 546454 is your item number. Now, I think we've seen these before, but I've never seen them so decorative. Just look at these. You're getting 12 of these in total. Craft Yourself Daily MDF tube turners. So it's like, the easiest way to describe it is, you know when you get to the end of your toothpaste and you want to get every last bit out there, and you know you put the end through and then you just start turning. And it'll really just push all that toothpaste up. So it used to be like this on the corned beef tin, if you remember those as well. We used to have them in our house. But you can put all the corned beef in there. Oh, not all the corned beef. You can put all your materials. Then we said ribbons. You could attach ribbons, just hold ribbons through them. Would be absolutely beautiful. If they're just something decorative and something different, you're getting 12 as well of these for £8.99. 224554 is your item number. Moving on down to the counter again. Once again, brand new, not been seen before. This is brand new today. I love this. For the sheer fact that it keeps everything in sight. If you see it, you will use it. 683853 is your item number. The standard square unit with 32 mini bolts and rotating base as well. So this is what it looks like with none of the bolts in. We've just put the one on the one side here. Then if I turn it this way, we've started filled it up. I haven't bought any fabric yet. And then when you fill it with fabric, now Hayley was saying these are ½ metre each that we've put in there already. Remember, you can decorate the sides, you can decorate the top, but in the top you do have the storage for the bolsters that you can keep. So if you haven't filled it saying you don't want them on show, you can pop them all in and they are out of the way. Remember, this is on Flexi as well, £26.97, which means if this is on Flexi, anything else you pop into that flexible basket will also be split onto 2 interest-free flexible payments. 683853 is your item number. £26.97 is your Flexi Freedom price on this. Just look at what you're saving. £45. £45.99 is what you're saving on this. absolutely amazing. Once again, if you're not a Freedom member, it's well worth becoming one during this show because the discounts are amazing. Up next, though, 20% of the stock has already gone. Do you ever lose things constantly and you don't know what to do with them? You ever lose maybe your car keys, maybe you lose those bits of ribbon and those bits of thread, the crucial ones to finish a project? Well, with this, you get the sewing machine itself made of MDF and you sort of get the little key rings, but they all correspond with each other. So now you pop them on and you keep everything safe. Everything is there, kept all safe. So maybe you've got your car keys, maybe you've got the shed keys, the garage keys. Each one can have its own thing. You know wherever they are, time by time. And they're not going to fall out as well. You can mount this on the walls. The holes are on the back, so you can mount it on the walls. £11.69. But already, over 20% of the stock has already gone here as well. If you're going for the turners, they also fit on as well. Oh, if you attach them, look at that. So if you're going for both of these, fit hand in hand absolutely perfectly. £11.69, 619289 is your item number. Now, you've seen the next one before, but you could say this is the Mark II version. We've made it a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit more jewellery. You can get more into it as well. Look at the saving on this. The usual price is £82.97. You're saving £32.98, £49.99. But if you're a Freedom member, £44.99, and it's on flexi payments as well of £22.50. Once again, you can keep everything in the middle if you wanted to as well. You're getting 64 mini bolts on this as well. Absolutely amazing. Remember, once again, you've seen it, but this is the brand new one because this is the slightly thicker one. Now, if you're liking the sewing machine, you're thinking, I like the sewing machine, but I'd like another design if we've got one. We've got two more options for you. We've got the dog and the house. So this is the dog one with the lovely love hearts that are on there as well. So you've got the beautiful love hearts, which is like the small keyring section. The details are on the screen. 520155 is your item number. The same item number as well. You've also got the house on there as well. Once again, the love hearts at the bottom of the keyrings, and then, so they'd be good for your car keys, your house keys. When you're walking from home, you know where to put them. You know where they always are. You're never looking for them anymore. With this, perfectly simple. Just pop them onto a keyring. £8.99. Remember though, pick out your baskets. These are all cut by Hayley herself, which means there's only limited stocks of them all, so I don't want you missing out on these because once they've gone, they have gone. Right then, what are we up to?
Technically, they're cut by my brother, Craig.
Well,
but, you know...
they're in the family.
Yeah, he's going to be cursing me for this, but never mind. He does that anyway.
Keeps him busy, keeps him out of trouble.
Well, that's it. That's what I think. You know, it keeps him out of trouble. So, I have taken one of the boxes that we've just put a little bit of a primer on there, and let's put that out of the way maybe, and I will need it back in a minute though. It's okay, it comes out easily.
It does, okay. Storage.
So I've just taken a little bit of, this is a project that we had on the go, was it Sunday? We did a one-day special?
Yeah, the iron show.
Yes, with the iron and the Tilda fabrics. So I've got that drawn on the back of there. Now, there's two ways you can go about this. You can either stick it on and then cut it out. I'm going to cut it out and then stick it on, just because this is a patchwork one. I'm not going to be trying to move it about too much. I'm going to keep it fairly still. I'm just going to snip this out very quickly.
So once again, any of your old fabrics that you don't know what to do with, or anything you don't really, that you have left over.
Or maybe it's a memory piece. Maybe you've only got little bits and pieces left over. Because this is literally all I've got from that project. I've got that piece and, you know, maybe 2 or 3 other little bits cut out that are left over. So I've decided to put these and use them on this as a project. And this could be all the leftover bits from all of your projects that you've ever done. This could be like a memory piece in that way.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it?
I'm also thinking if you've got little ones as well, because little ones grow ever so quick. So if you can think like baby grows and their t-shirts, and because obviously there's all material that you could use to...
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got some I actually, didn't, unknowing that there was a Mod Podge One Day Special on, had brought Mod Podge with me to
like it was planned.
to
like
put
it
it
was
on.
Planned.
I was trying to steal some of theirs, but they weren't having it, so I'm using my own. Okay, so I've left a little bit extra. That's actually just the seam that was on there at the bottom, but I'm going to leave that on and I'll be able to wrap it under the bottom.
Okay, would
so
you like
can
it back?
I now have the box back?
Oh, by
Thank
tomorrow
you.
this will all be decorated.
It will, that's the plan. Okay, nobody could find me a brush backstage, so we're just going in with a finger. Now I'm going to go right up to the edge, not massively over the edge, but I just want a thin coating of Mod Podge on here because I don't want it so thick that it's going to take ages to set, and I also don't want it so thick that it's going to seep through the fabric.
Okay.
Because I don't want, this is a matte one, but I don't want it to kind of seep all the way through the fabric. I've got maybe a bit too much on there.
Do you need some sort of a tissue?
I might need a tissue. Yes, I think I might. There's quite a lot on there. I've got sticky finger mats. Please, could you help me?
Well, he's on it. He's on it.
Oh, see,
Here
he's
he
there.
is. Look, here he comes, running round. The details on the screen now are for your one-day special. 798878 is your item number as well. Once this is in place as well, once this is in place, this is going nowhere. Once you've filled it as well.
I mean,
so
that's
don't think
been rattling around
it's
in the
going to
back of
rattle
the
around.
car.
Yeah, it's going to move with your desk. Once it's in, it's in. It's a good old hefty. It's a good old hefty bit once it's together.
What we've done is we've put 6mm MDF, so the thicker MDF is all the way around the outside. So you've got that real kind of rigidity and strength on the outside, and then the inside, because they're smaller bits, they can be thinner and you can get more in there.
That makes
so
sense.
we've put
It's a ridiculous question, and I think I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
It's no silly question.
Would you build it first, then decorate it, or would you decorate it, then build it?
I think I would build, then decorate, because I think otherwise you might not get your joints and things to fit
That's
together.
what I was thinking, because obviously if you go in with your mixed medias, your paints and stuff, you might plug up the little holes that you've got, and then it won't go together.
All right, that's a bit better, because that's starting to grab now as well. I'm going to lay that on the top. I'm going to get that little U shape in position first, and the fabric will have a little bit of stretch to it, but because I've taken most of the kind of gunky bits out of there and I haven't got it on too thick, it's going to keep that kind of matte fabric finish rather than having a shiny finish. So I just got to get, I should have chopped the threads out. Chop your threads out first.
Could you go all the way around? Is there enough room, wiggle room in the actual alcove itself to go all the way around and do the sides?
Well, I'm going to go around the bottom. I wouldn't.
Or just do the front?
I would just do the fronts.
Okay.
There is a bit of wiggle room there, and depending on the fabric that you're going to use, you could absolutely try it.
There is a bit.
There you go. So I don't want to push on that too hard, and I don't want to wiggle it around too much. You can see just on the corner there where I've actually put my, you can see on the corner where I've just put my finger on it with the Mod Podge on, because that's not quite what I'm after. I'm after it looking a kind of a matte, just naturally sewn finish. So I'm just going to trim that bottom bit off, because I've got a little bit of excess on the bottom, and then we are good to go. We can pop it back into the box.
So we're very busy on your one-day special. £35.99 is your freedom price. 798878 is your item number, or £39.99 if you're not a freedom member. But why not be? Why not be a freedom member when you get this many discounts? Remember, the festive freedom event ends this Sunday as well. Remember, there's festive discounts all through every live hour that you are watching. Look at this now. Oh.
I think I might do the bottom one the same, but I'll need to go and get my sewing machine to sew it on. So that's if you want to cover it with fabric. I mean, we'll wrap it round. We'll see if it'll fit.
You could. I was thinking you could use that for the littler drawers. Like you could go along.
Oh yeah,
with
the scraps and things. You could absolutely, because I've got a little bit there. Look.
So it would be perfect to go straight down. So you could. Oh, look at that.
That'll fit on there. I've got probably enough to do 2 of those smaller ones. So you can, I've got like a little envelope.
Oh, it's like a little pair of trousers. Also, I've thought of another question.
Okay.
If you are doing it out of material,
yes.
like yourself now, would you make it first, or would you use this as a template, draw around all your fabric first?
That's what I was doing. I would actually still glue it together first.
Oh, and then use it as a template.
Just in case your joints aren't quite as tight as they could be or should be, I would do the templates as individual ones. So what I did to create that was placed it on the fabric. This is a heat erasable marker, not that I've bothered ironing it because you won't see it anyway. Just whip around the edge and then you've got your template. Stick it on with a little bit of the Mod Podge.
Absolutely.
Mod Podge on your finger.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I was just getting the excess off for you. Absolutely beautiful and very busy. £35.99. 798878 is your item number. Now, also, if you jump to the website, you've got that amazing sewing machine on there as well, and much, much more. Remember, if you've never shopped with us before and you're a Freedom member, that sewing machine comes down to a ridiculous, ridiculous price is what it comes down to. So, we've got an awful lot for your money is what we've got. It's the easiest thing to do is check to the website and also look for those fabrics as well. There are also fabrics on the show. If you want to become a Freedom member, the easiest thing to do is read this page. Ultimate standard delivery, exclusive members discounts. You also get a members badge and a monthly newsletter as well. All for £6.97 is what you're talking at now. Oh, I can't stitch. I've only walked from there to here. How can you carry that box?
Not used to manual labour, are you?
Oh, while trying to talk and make it look like nothing was going on, carrying this pallet everywhere.
It is, yes, essentially a pallet. Do you want to... Oh, yeah, come on.
No, because then I'm too tall. So, we get told off. So, your one-day special details are on the screen. 798878 is your item number. Quickly whiz me through it one more time.
So you are getting 3 of your tall bobbin trays, and they also fit kind of the Gutterman sizes, the metal sizes, various different sizes of bobbins. You're going to get 3 of your standard bobbin trays, but they also fit sewing machine feet.
Funny that.
There you go. There's just one in there, but you can see it if you want. And then you get 3 of your larger trays. So if you've got the smaller bobbins, you can fit those sideways in. Or if you've got the big marathon thread, or who's the other one? Aurifil threads, they will fit in the bottom. You have... I stole the scissors out of it, but there's a little caddy that pulls out, and you can keep your scissors and all your pens or your heat erasable markers, that kind of thing, into there. There's a shelf up the top there which fits fat quarters. Et voila! There you go. And then you've got here you've got space for your quilting rulers, and then in the ones at the top here, they'll fit the stittionaries that we do ever so nicely, but then they also fit fat quarters beautifully as well. I can't reach. Can you get that one for me? Thanks.
So it also fits your fat quarters. If you wanted to, though, I suppose you could play around with your ends. Could you have a storage box at the top?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then you'd have a blank, then you'd have a blank one on this side. So that one would fit into there.
And then it's the wrong side. There.
And then you'd have your other box on the top one. So you can really
you can mix and match them.
However you want to do this as well. It's entirely up to you. All of this for £35.99. And it sounds funny, but it's a good old weight.
It's very heavy. That's because we've kind of put that 6mm down the sides and on the bottom, and that's to give it that real kind of solid, rigid feel to it.
And is there full instructions when we get it home as well?
There are. The instructions are quite straightforward. You've got instructions on how to put the little drawers together, because they're quite straightforward. And then the main part of the instructions is actually constructing the outer box and putting the shelves in. Because I mean, these are fairly straightforward. I mean, I think everybody's seen 100 times before how to put those together. So we've actually concentrated the instructions more on putting that putting the shelves in and putting those outer sides on.
So there you go, 798878 is your item number, £35.99. You're saving £14 on this. Well, it's a why-not deal, isn't it? £14, and that means you also you can become a Freedom member for that as well. You might as well. And then you could get this. Over half the stock of this has already gone. I like this. This is beautiful.
So you can have it, I mean, we didn't intend it to be standing up on its end like this, but you absolutely could if you wanted to.
You could do.
And the only bit that you need to, I mean, we've left the tolerances quite tight on this. I would advise gluing everything anyway.
Yeah.
But that's the only bit there that you have to actually kind of glue on. It hasn't got a notch, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so you've got to
so
glue
you
it
could
on.
put that further down if you wanted. You could put up there. It just looks like it's just about to zip up.
It does. Look at that. It's absolutely stunning.
Might decorate that one tomorrow.
Oh, where were you?
Shall we?
I'm not here.
Oh, where are you going? Having a day off?
No, I'm off to, well, I'm off to Birmingham to see the family.
Oh, lovely. Have a lovely time.
And see Santa Claus. 634197 is your item number. £12 and 59 pence. We haven't got long left at all, but let's...
I'm coming.
Oh, you can bring the little box with you. There we go. So... Your cross-stitch storage box is what we're talking about now. I like the way the top. I just thought this was decorative, but it's actually got a use to it.
Yes, it has. It's got the kind of cross-stitch grid already kind of cut out there for you, so you can just take your embroidery threads and put your own pattern on. So you can decorate this first.
Yeah.
But go kind of up to that first row of holes, and then you can go ahead and stitch into it. Now, I would definitely this way round stitch it while it's in that format. Oh, look, you can see through everything. Oh.
Oh, it's like a optical illusion.
Adam. No, Adam.
Far too close. 546454 is your item number. We've only got a minute left.
Okay, do I pick my favourite then?
So, if you had to pick one, say I'm going to buy it for you.
The sewing machine one.
You'd go for the sewing machine. Yeah, I'll bring it to us.
Oh.
So you get off your little box. So you get the sewing machine. You also get the tags on the bottom as well. You also get all the little bobbins that fit into the bobbins.
You've got it.
So you get all the bobbins to run all the way along as well.
And it's designed to hang up on a wall. Now, these come assembled. These come already stuck together for you. There is no assembly required with these. It is literally just add the hoops, add the split rings, and add whatever you want.
And away you go. You are back this evening
yes.
with our Alex. I'll also see you on Good Evening Hochanda.
Oh, will we?
We will, I'm guessing. It's been very busy for our launch. Remember, there's not much of these, so once they've gone, they have gone, because they are all made by hand as well. Don't go anywhere though, there's so much to shop for. Thank you very much, Hayley.
Thank you.